What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of
Jessica's Ratchet, a prison cooking show.
Now, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be making a prison brownie. As most of you know, Jessica's Ratchet Prison Cooking Show is a series on my channel, and it has become a much needed break from the very heavy videos that we discuss on this channel. So if you want to see more prison recipes from me, I will leave that in the description box down below. All right, let's just jump right into it today. Okay, the ingredients are peanut butter, Sprite, sandwich cookies, Keefy coffee, it's important. No, any instant coffee will do. A chocolate bar of the Hershey's variety, and some water. So we are gonna start with our sandwich cookies. Now, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that usually when I separate the sandwich cookies, I separate the icing from the cookie. But this time, I used a food processor like a grown-ass adult. I know, so crazy. Listen, I know you guys gave me shit last time about being so impressed with a food processor. I grew up poor. We didn't have a food processor. We barely had food, so there was nothing to process. Childhood trauma, how are ya? Okay, moving on. I put the cookies with the cream into the food processor, and that's what we have here today. So I'm gonna take a little bit of my Sprite. Now, we could just use water here, but we want as much flavor as we possibly can get. So this would be like, not Thunder, not Dr. Thunder, some kind of lemon lime soda. And yes, you can buy all of the stuff on commissary, but you gotta have money. So, or you gotta hustle, like me. So I'm gonna put a little bit of my lemon lime soda into this, just a little bit, just a tiny little bit of that soda to start with. And we're gonna mix it up. The thing about making prison recipes is you really have to be patient with it. You know, you can't be in a big hurry to make something or you'll mess it up. So I'm gonna keep stirring this up, and I'm gonna add a little bit of the soda as we go until we get the right texture. Okay, so we have it looking kind of like a cake batter or a brownie batter. That's kind of gonna be like the base of our brownie. So we're gonna take it out. Take it out of the bowl. It's really good. I want it to be like square, like a brownie. So that's what it looks like so far. We're gonna set that aside. We are going to take a little bit of water and a little bit of our instant coffee. And I'm gonna mix this up. Okay, I forgot that the water should be hot, so you can't just use a water bottle. Had to go heat up the water. Let's try this again. It's been a little while since I've been in. So we just made a little bit of instant coffee. We're gonna set that aside because we don't want it to be too hot. Now I'm gonna come back over to my brownie and I'm gonna fold in a little bit of peanut butter. Not a lot, because we don't want this to be chocolate and peanut butter. We want it to be more of like a chocolate espresso, but I find that like if you use a little bit of peanut butter, it is also pretty good. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of our peanut butter. Set that aside. And I'm just gonna kind of fold it in because I forgot to do it in the bowl. we're gonna go back to our little espresso. Okay guys, let's fight in the comment section. What is a better brownie, the corner piece or a middle piece? Let me know down below. So I have melted this chocolate, and I'm gonna pour the chocolate into our coffee. So basically I'm making like a coffee chocolate sauce. Set that over there. I'm gonna mix this up. Okay, so I went and grabbed some sugar because I put a little bit too much coffee, but that's fine. So it just has too much of that deep, bitter coffee taste. So I'm gonna take a little bit of sugar. Or I could have used the soda, but I don't want it to be too watery. So I just decided to use some sugar just to counterbalance that deep, bitter flavor. So definitely less is more when it comes to the coffee. Go easy, use a little bit of coffee. The ratio should be a lot more chocolate than coffee, and the coffee just kind of brings out the chocolate taste. Okay, so I'm gonna drizzle this over the brownie. Okay, so that's where we're at. Now, let me just kind of run down how much it would cost to make this in prison. So you can buy sodas individually, off-brand, I think for like $2. Now keep in mind, the prices are always elevated in prison, so I believe one can of soda was like $2, so not awesome. In every facility I was at, I was not allowed to have or buy bottled water. The only water that you got was out of the sink or the shower. So, you know, don't break the law. Also, we could not have jars of peanut butter. We had packet squeezes of peanut butter, and I believe they were like 95 cents per squeeze of peanut butter. This bag of coffee cost, I want to say, $6 or $7 in prison. Hopefully I'm not off. And a sleeve of cookies would be about $2.50. I'm gonna take a little bit of the drizzle from the peanut butter. No, it was melted. No, it's not. Been sitting here for too long. That's what it looks like with the peanut butter over the top. When I took that first bite, I realized we definitely needed a little bit more peanut butter. So peanut butter over the top. While it might look like just batter, it's very, very moist. So if you ever go to jail, which I hope you don't. None of you will. You guys are so good. But if you ever find yourself in that situation, you shouldn't. But just remember this recipe and you'll be all right. I shouldn't have used as much coffee as I used, but the coffee is definitely a much needed break from everything else. I would just like to have like some peanuts on top of this, or maybe some M&Ms or some cookie crumble. It definitely needs some crunch, so do that. Let's do it. Break apart this cookie. It definitely needs a crunch because it's all the same texture. So put that. I say it in every single video. I'm a texture person. I need some crunch in my food. That's why if you're like a real cook, you want to taste and adjust, taste and adjust. I'm giving like real cooking advice on a friggin' Ratchet prison cooking show, but you know what I'm saying? That's valuable advice. Okay, one more bite and we'll see if that is what it takes to make it good. That is definitely what it takes. You need that crunch, you need a little bit of extra peanut butter, ease up on the instant coffee, and you will have yourself an amazing jailhouse brownie. Before I end today's video, I just want to thank each and every one of you for your continued love and support on the channel. It does not go unnoticed. And I remember making my very first prison recipe on YouTube, and I filmed it on my phone. It was very low quality, and you guys were still so supportive if you've been riding with me for that long. And I'm so grateful that you guys continue to watch my channel or comment something kind in the comment section, not just to me, but other people that are commenting as well. And 2020 has been a really difficult year, but I'm so proud of the Ride or Die crew. I'm so proud that you guys are so kind to one another in the comment section. The internet can sometimes be a very vicious and very shitty place. Like if the internet was like the mall, I wouldn't want to go there. But you guys have definitely helped me create a space that is kind and encouraging, and I just thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end today's video here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, whatever that looks like to you. Please do not break the law. You can make this in the street, and I will see you in my next one.